Welcome everyone to another video. Today will be a tutorial on how to PvP. I'll be going over a ton of aspects, aim, strafing, CPS, and how to improve at PvP. These are tips and tricks, whatever your skill level is, whether you don't know how to PvP at all or you know what you're doing a little bit, this will help you out. And I'm here today with CarCarz. She'll be helping me out. Alright, let's get into the first game. First thing I want to mention is CPS. A lot of people ask, does CPS matter? And the short answer to that is yes, however, it is not super important. I recommend getting at least 4 or 5 CPS. You could easily do that on any mouse. However, the best place to be is 12, 15, something like that. So as you can see, I'm fighting CarCarz with my CPS, and she's doing a good job as well. So I'm not doing a whole lot other than aiming and clicking on her, and as you can see, she easily won. Now, aim is super important. You got to make sure every time you hit, you land. You don't want to be missing hits. Now let's talk about strafing. This means moving side to side using your A and D keys, just like CarCarz is doing. Using your A and D keys, and this makes it harder for your opponent to hit you. So now if I do this with CarCarz, I can move around, circle, strafe. It makes it way harder for her to land hits. However, we're focusing on our aim, so we are able to land hits. She still won though. Why did she win? That is because we are not dealing enough knockback. She is able to easily get hits on us. So now we're going to talk about sprint resetting. There are many ways you could reset your sprint. Let me just demonstrate what that means. So CarCarz, come over here. As you can see, when I'm running at CarCarz and I get one hit, she goes 3 blocks away. But if I go at her again, it only does 1 or 2 blocks when I hit her. I could reset my sprint in many different ways. That could be tapping W, and as you can see, I do like 3-4 blocks of KB every time. I could also shift to reset. I can block my sword. I can also S tap. That's when you tap S while you're fighting. All of this will help me get away from her and get her into a combo. Combos are super important in order to get more hits on your opponent than they get on you. You want to be comboing people, and one way that is you could do that is by doing more KB. So now, using everything we know, CPS, aim, strafing, sprint resetting, we're going to combo CarCarz, and I'm going to S-tap for the most part. As you can see, I'm going around CarCarz so she can't hit me, and I'm comboing her now because I am W tapping, I'm S tapping. I'm dealing more knockback. CarCarz can't hit me no matter how hard she tries. CarCarz, what's your 2 cents?
I'm not good at PvP, I don't know.
The most important thing is practice. So use your CPS, aim, strafing, and sprint resetting. All of this really helps you out. So make sure your cursor, W tapping or a form of sprint resetting is super important. And as you can see, I'm strafing, so CarCarz has a harder time hitting me. There we go. Easy win. Now, you might have other items in your arsenal, such as blocks and bows and rods, so we're going to talk about that. One more tip that I did not mention is you need to stop jumping. A mistake I see a lot of people make is they jump a lot. You could easily combo a person when they're jumping. So I recommend planting your feet to the ground, stop jumping. Okay, just focus on strafing, back and forth, W tapping, etc. Now as you can see in this game, I have blocks. What I could do is when CarCarz runs at me is I could stop her sprint by placing blocks, and then I could start a combo on her by W tapping. I just go around, I W tap, I stop her sprint, I go around, and then I could keep hitting her. As you can see, that really slows her down, and that could also help me get away in case if I am low and I could gapple. As for bows, it's pretty obvious. Once you're far away, you could get bow shots on them. Now CarCarz is doing a great job of strafing. You could do strafing with bows. That makes sure that your opponent is not able to get a hit on you. But you need to predict where your opponent will be in a few seconds in order to land a hit like that. You always need to remember to heal up as well. Now if you have a rod, what the rod is used for is alternating and dealing more KB. Similar to the block placement, it stops your opponent's momentum. You want to stop their momentum so they won't be able to combo you and deal additional knockback. It's all about knockback. When we sprint reset, we deal more knockback. When we block them off or use the rod, we stop their sprinting, which reduces the knockback caused on us. So basically, let's finish off this game. CarCarz gets a shot on me, but I could use my blocks in order to help me out and slow her sprint. Now I use W tapping, strafing, and aim in order to help me get more hits on her than she gets on me. I'm pretty low, so I use my blocks to get away and take a gapple. She is also using this opportunity to take a gapple. When your opponent gaps, it's also a great time for you to gapple. Now I could finish CarCarz off by using all the things we discussed. It helps me deal more knockback, get way more hits on her than she is getting on me. And as you can see, she's running away. She's going to take a gap. I will take a gap and chase after her. In Bed Wars, you do not have a lot of these options, but you definitely have blocks and a sword. So focus on aiming, strafing, dealing more KB, and finishing your opponent on. CarCarz, what is your #1 tip for PvP?
Try not to be like hitting beside them instead of on them. Like basically just land all the hits you can.
Yep, that comes down to aim. So always focus your eyes on your cursor. You want to be looking at the middle of the screen, and you want to make sure your opponent is always locked in your cursor. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If any of these tips helped you out a little bit, please go back in the video, rewatch them, like this video, subscribe. And if you want to meet CarCarz and me and learn more things from everyone and in the Bed Wars community, please join my Bed Wars Discord server that will be linked in the description. Thank you very much and have a nice day.